Earl, this is a young man who has qualified first with a 224 average. His third championship round appearance of the year. Didn't get there.
We're going to see a different style here from Doug Kent, a unique style, and also he's playing the lanes completely different than any of the other players that have been on the telecast today. The other players, the first 4 players you've seen so far, are playing out near the channel. Doug Kent playing inside the third arrow, going more directly at the pocket. Tough spare. He's going to try to get the head pin into the 10 pin. Slide it across.
And he leaves 2. Weber, the 80 Rookie of the Year on the PBA Tour. He comes up a little short.
Really a bad shot there by Pete, his opening shot of the match, and I'm kind of surprised that between matches he didn't. The players have an option of practicing on an alternate pair, and Pete just kind of sat around and relaxed. And even at his age, you can stiffen up a little bit. That was not a good shot by Pete.
Pete now with a career record of 55 and 38 on television. Over $1 million. This year over 65,000.
Better shot there.
Oh boy, they were all around the 10, but they wouldn't make enough contact to get it for him.
And I think Pete's a little relieved he'd only left the 10. Remember, he's left the 7-10 twice, and by the look on his face, I think he was happy to see the 7-pin fall.
All right, there it is.
Had 13 splits today. And the field has averaged 194.3. Weber's averaged 211.5. Here's Doug Kent on lane 44 for the first time. Strikes back in the second. Kent from Canandaigua, New York.
Several things unique about this young man's style. See how the arm swing goes way out to the right, then he tucks it back in, gets the ball well out in the lane, real good deep knee bend for good extension. And the other thing, Jay, is when next shot we get a look at his slide to the foul line, you'll see that he's about 18 inches from the foul line. Very different.
Very pleasant young man. Chatting with him today, he was looking forward to trying to get the big money. And the 7 stands.
Here's a look at his approach now from the side. And you see that arm swing. Now watch the position of his knees, but look how far back he is from the foul line. At least 18 inches. Why he does that, I have no idea. But he does, and it works for him.
Dash for cash over the years. Earl Anthony, the first man to win $1 million. Then Roth, Holman, and the others.
Come on.
Almost in the gutter.
Almost, Jay. And remember I mentioned earlier about those last 1 or 2 inches of the lane being very dry and a lot of friction. And watch when it almost goes in the channel and then overhooks. Too much hook.
I've seen him do that a couple of times.
No cherry.
Weber with a 9-pin advantage in the early going. Doug Kent, who likes to tinker with automobiles, also collects sports cards. The PBA has those sports cards now, just like the baseballers.
Right, collect a card.
Last win, the 90 Road Classic for Weber. Weber going to win his 15th title right here before his mom and dad in his hometown. Or can this fella stop him?
This one's a long way from over, Jay, and this young man has made a couple of good moves already on the lanes. I think he's ready to start striking. Let's see what happens. Great shot.
It was a great shot, but the 10 is still down there for him.
Here's a good look at him from the front now. Watch the good extension, the real long follow-through. Tremendous rotation on the ball. He's playing in the middle of the lane where there's a lot more oil, so he's using a rougher surface bowling ball. He's trying to go straight into the pocket. He thinks that he can keep it in play better there than he can out near the edge.
Final round of the Kapalua from Maui coming up next, except on the West Coast. This is Doug's first full year on tour. He idolizes the overpowering rushing style of Mark Roth, and right now he's down by 10. He is 0-2 on TV, with just 172 average. He and partner Jimmy Certain finished second, though, in the Senior Touring Pro Championship doubles in Buffalo. They were top seeded, lost to Rowdy Morrow and Dave Sutar in that one. Big strike. He needed that early on 43.
He did, and he's right back in this match. Nobody's really taking charge, but I like the way Kent's throwing the bowling ball. His chances look pretty good to me if Pete Weber doesn't get lined up again on 44. It's really a matter of speed for Pete. He's got to keep the ball very firm.
Boy, that looked good. Solid. Had the firmness you're talking about on that one.
He had it, and that was a great shot. Pete knows what he's doing out there. He's a young man at 28, but he's very experienced. He's been here before, and he wants to take charge. And a lot of that aggressiveness, I can't even say it, aggressiveness that he's showing is really, I think, a little bit of a psych thing for Doug Kent also, the rookie.
What they got?
Well, his mom and dad are very happy right now, but they know how far we have to go.
When he released this one, he was very proud of it. Look at him run it out. He went almost to St. Charles on that one, Jay.
Spinner that wouldn't go. 4 is still down there for him.
Doug Kent, his last 3 shots were very well executed. Didn't get the good break in the 4th frame, left a solid 10, struck in the 5th, came back with a great shot and left the 4-pin. He could be well into this match with Pete, but he just hasn't had the good breaks at this point. Still a long way to go.
As you look at the scoreboard, league bowlers can register to compete in the National Bud Light Bowling Hall of Fame tournament. It's the 10th year, and their local qualifying December 1st through March 15th. Regional winners earn an expense-paid trip to St. Louis for the stepladder finals in May, and registration fee is $1. Proceeds benefiting the National Bowling Hall of Fame and Museum here in St. Louis. There's the number to call for more information. Don't forget, next week we'll be at the Brunswick Memorial World Open. A lead of 30 for Pete Weber, who has struck in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Uninterrupted final coverage of this championship match of the $150,000 Toyota Classic. The 10 is oscillating but standing.
Oscillating. Hey, there's a good word. I like that one. That was a wonderful shot Pete had just made there. When he let go again, he was running. He knew he'd made a great shot. The ringing 10, the solid 10. And that is a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel for Doug Kent.
Weber battling these lanes. He and Kent going for the top prize of $27,000. Pete, who has had more than his share of problems. And young Doug Kent putting on quite a show here in this championship match. Over 10 again.
You always know how Pete Weber feels. He'll let you know by how he expresses himself with the results of the shot.
28-pin lead for Weber.
The key at this point in the match, 8th frame for Doug Kent. If he can strike on lane 44, he has a good chance of getting the strike in the 9th. He's lined up on lane 43. This is the shot he wants the most.
And that was the one he wanted. You were right there, Earl. Now the lead is 18.
Great concentration. Look at the rotation on the ball again. Tremendous rotation. He's playing again into the oil, the rough surface bowling ball. He's really rolling the ball well. Jay, I think Pete Weber could be in a lot of trouble here. If he strikes in the 9th frame, Doug Kent that is, we've got ourselves a great match going here. That's what's happened all week long on great shots. Lots of 10 pins, and that's what's kept the scores down more than anything else. The corner pins are hard to carry.
Frustrating for the bowlers, Earl. But the fella that can hang in and keep going in these kind of matches.
Oh, the emotional ups and downs of bowling on the PBA Tour, and especially in the championship round, and the frustration and the joy.
Weber up by 19 pins, getting ready to bowl on 44 in the 9th frame of this championship match.
And a good break for Pete Weber. A possibility of a 2-8-10. The last pin out was the 8th pin, a much easier spare, only the 2 pin. Even with that kind of a lead, he's definitely left. Pete Weber's nature is not to be cautious, as you see the last 2 out, the 8-10.
Oh my, and he almost missed it. Oh my. He's got to take a sigh of relief. Here it is, Earl.
And I'll tell you what, I'll bet his heart skipped a beat right there. Strike to win the match.
Pete Weber. Well, he's not all the way to St. Charles, but he's through Clayton anyway. He went right out of the building. Pete Weber is the winner.
Can't do it any better than that, Jay. 10 in the pit for Pete Weber and his 15th championship.
And look at Mom and Dad. Yes, sir.
That's a flat, right?
Weber 213. Kent striking.
Again, the frustrations of defeat, the hard work, the long hard work he's done all week. And in one match, it's over, and Pete Weber, the joy for him and his family. and all of a sudden it's easy to strike when it really doesn't matter anymore. The bowler loosens up a little bit and makes the great shots and they fall down. It seems to always be that way. Wonderful week for the Weber family.
Well, it's been a great week. Of course, this is a great bowling area, the St. Louis area.
Like and subscribe.
Home of
It was
the
awesome
Bowling
match.
Hall of Fame.